communities use bulldozers in hopes of growing something new. A program is now targeting abandoned buildings in hopes of fighting crime.
And the hope is to make neighborhoods attractive for development. Local 12's Christian Hauser shows us that neighbors are noticing a difference.
John Moore has lived in his house for more than 30 years. He watched as the church across the street became abandoned, and then people started breaking in.
Homeless people or somebody just needing a place to get out of the weather would go in.
Across the street, a house used to be here, but it's also been torn down. And when these empty buildings disappeared, so did the crime and homeless people.
There's nothing that goes on around here. The police have gotten rid of a lot of the people that would hang out in the alley and just a place for them to shoot up or get high or whatever. And
these properties are just some of the more than 500 to be demolished since 2012 by the Butler County Land Bank using state and federal dollars. It was formed in 2012 to deal with the foreclosure crisis. Middletown City Council member Joe Mulligan thinks the empty buildings are more than just a neighborhood nuisance.
They can be magnets for crime, for squatters. I think they cause additional disinvestment because why would a neighbor be motivated to improve his or her property if right next door there's a boarded up home that's not being taken care of?
Middletown has the numbers to show crime is down after these buildings are demolished. Here are some of the biggest drops in the number of calls for service to some of the city's neighborhoods. From 2017 to 2019, there were 575 calls in Sherman. Last year, that was down to 287. And in Prospect, there were 167 in 2017 compared to only 100 in 2019. The land bank can only use the money on residential property, but there is a bill in the state legislature that would allow it to work on commercial properties and hopefully prevent fires like the one that happened at the paperboard company on New Year's Day. In Middletown, Christian Hauser, Local 12 News.
And there is a 15 to 20 year redevelopment program for the Oakland neighborhood. It would establish a third historic district in the city and would require any new homes to be built to fit into the neighborhood. Middletown City Council will be voting on creating the historic district at an upcoming meeting.